I highly doubt that's going to be enough for today. You'll find out in a minute. This is only going to be the second time that I wore this thing in almost 2 years. Take it down. There it is right there. The thing that I've only worn twice in about 2 years. What I call the lucky jacket. That's a fat thing right there. It's got thick, deep pockets on all sides to go along with the one underneath. And then of course the ones on the pants. It's a game I have to follow. It's going to be 31 degrees out there today. Oh, I got the window open because I just fed the squirrels. A high of 31 today. Wind gusts up to about 50 miles an hour possibly. Mostly between 25 and 30. All day today. I even see snowflakes. What the heck am I getting myself into? Flurries, that is. Blowing in the wind. It's actually snowing now. It literally came out of nowhere. Literally came out of nowhere. But I thought about this last night, part of the signs, part of the game. They knew I had big plans to come out today. The forecast was supposed to be in the upper 50s, low 60s. And partly sunny. A little bit toasty. Would have gone to the same place, but would have worn a different outfit when it came to the night's uniform. Would have wore a totally different top, a different jacket with two light, shallow pockets. But because of this thing right here that just blew in out of nowhere, it's forcing me to do what? Make a decision. And that's to play the game or not. To stay in. Stay out of the cold like normal human beings. Just watch TV. Don't look at the snow. Or stick to the plan. And put on something to protect myself that has many deep pockets. Let's go ahead and try to fill them up today the best we can. Let's hope we don't slide off the road later. Sorry about the video. I'm gonna have to save it for later. second thought, you know I never give up. There's a couple of gravel bars that are bound to be above the water line. It's so cold out here I can't even stand it. Dang. Definitely from last night. It had to be from last night. All of this had to be from last night. Maybe the heavy rain showers on Monday. I don't know if I'm going to recover anything. It'll be nice if they had a couple of paleo pieces sitting out here. Maybe I should give it a shot. What do you think? Snowflake just fell on my nose. Should I even give it a shot? I'm not going to say anything. Except the white with the fluted bottom, hopefully. I was praying that I could shoot some monumental video today, but I can't even speak. Let alone move. Can't tell how deep it's going to be. Let me go ahead and look around a little bit. I don't want to waste the trip out here. I don't see anything off the bat at the moment. Except this thing right here looks like part of a jacket. Perfect triangle. Nice. Not going to take it though. Man, what is that just cut off? Maybe so. Wait a minute, there's something below it. Check that out. Looks like I'm not going to leave empty-handed after all. Two things in one single window. Right here. Three things, actually. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to add a couple things to the pocket. Not a wasted trip after all. Guess I'll add something else right here. Nothing much, just a piece of what I enjoy, of course. Those spear tips stacked up on the side. No. Made to look like fake wood. Looks like I got a nice piece of the treasure right here. I know it's just one of those pull-tab things. But as you know, it goes to the treasure chest. A new one. Man, that's a brisk cold wind right there. I know you hear it, but you don't feel it. And I told the Almighty out here, thank you for the cold snap. Because I haven't felt a cold snap out here in a while. Had to get the last one in. So I can encapsulate it within my body. My soul. Out here. For possibly the last time of the year. Last time of the winter, right before the beginning of the spring. They know how I want to feel something. It might be crystal clear within the next hour or two. Imagine if I went to the mountain. That'll be a crazy time on the mountain too. Wind gust of 50 miles an hour. You're not hearing a dang thing I'm saying. I told the Almighty, thank you very much, like I said earlier. If the human race says anything different, I told them not to listen to them. Trust me, you definitely got to come out and do that thing. Come out and say, thank you, Almighty. The God is what some of the entities in my videos say. Call them the God. Help the God. Yeah, some kind of bootleg tool. Believe it. Help the God. Well, as the eyelids are frozen shut, let's see if the gallon is frozen. Not quite. In a new location, a little bit further up the creek. About a couple 100 feet. Just found that. Got to be careful not to break it. I know it's just something I'm going to add later to an art piece, but I think I have another one right here. Hold on. It's something I'm always looking for. I'm trying to put that small thing in the pocket. That thing right here. Very artistic on this, and we are collecting that one. Dang. Perfect. Exactly what I need. Thought I saw something else hiding. An insanely large more amount would be very needed at the moment. Oh, nothing. No design on it. Just found another very good piece right here. And it's quite large. Looks like it's going to be the art pieces again today. Looks like a missing piece of the puzzle. I think I collected a few of these before out here. Shattered. I got some kind of weird anomaly right here. Never seen anything like this before, but it's just a piece of glass. I thought it was like a top of an item, but look at this. Might be some kind of glass insulator. Let's go ahead and add it to the pocket. That's weird. Different kind of piece of garbage right here. Same gravel bar. Looks like they didn't wash the sands off too much off the tops. We'll have to really use our eyes to see something. Wood napping on the edge somewhere around here, but this is not it. I think that's a little bit too rusty and too large to fit in the pocket. They could work on that a little bit more. Yeah, I'm having a hard time out here. It's frigid. The hands are freezing off. Guess I'll add that piece of ice to the pocket. Add it to the pocket. We haven't gotten to the good spot yet. I'm going slow because I know once I get to that water it's going to be up to the knees and then some. Got to be careful. But this is what I need to add to the pocket right here. First one of the new year. Sunglass piece. I see something with a bottom on it. Could be a more amount, and I see a top, but it's rubbed off. I could be wrong with this. Yeah, it's just a game. Alright. Anything sticking on the edges? That's where they like to hide sometimes. I'm not gonna collect it. It's just some 1980s Christmas light. I wanted to talk about some cool things today. Get a lot more things off the chest. I think if I can bump out 5 or 6 concepts in every video that I shoot, I think I'll catch up quite nicely in 2022. I don't know though. I gotta go through this stack of papers. Over 1,000 concepts. 1,000 ideas I need to talk about. that we can always discuss in the videos. That's what I was looking for right here. Piece of deleti. Well, it's a nat piece of sandstone. That could be... I thought that was a piece of one of those linoleum tiles. It was the color of it. That's a nat piece of sandstone. Let me go ahead and just study that later. Add it to the pocket. That's a nat piece of sandstone. I don't know if that's part of the core or not. I'm having a weird kind of good day so far. I'm limited to how far I can go because of the craziness right here. There's another art piece. Another one. I'm definitely going to be creating some masterpieces later. Maybe they wanted me to stick it to the house to work on a few pieces so I can stay warm. I don't know. I'm still looking for the sign. They made me put on the jacket for something. But so far it's been nothing but a bunch of tininess. Nothing but a bunch of small, tiny stuff. But I can't go into other place. I can't do that today. Every place in the metro area, all my hot spots, no matter how far or how close, every last one is going to be 3 to 4 feet higher, deeper than they will be on Monday or Tuesday. But I got to keep that in mind, I do, because daylight savings time is back. It's coming back tomorrow, which means I might be able to jump right back into my after-work adventures and hit some of the hot spots on Monday. Well, not some, but maybe just one. One little hot spot. When that daylight comes back. Lasts till about 7:30. Dang. You know what's going to be up in these places right up in here. The stuff that didn't get piled on top is just going to be right over here. 2 feet under. Same thing with the other side over here. That's where I found my first adult ever. Was in that zone. Over the summer. Please tell me you have at least one ancient piece out here. Gotta look at the gravel, the sandstone and stuff. Oh, just gotta leave it. Can't take every rock anymore. Yeah. Could that be one? Could that be an axe head? Could that be an axe head? Could that be a granite axe head? I'm asking that for the third time. Ah, oh, dang. I don't know. It might be too good to be true. Let me go and add it to the pocket. That might be the piece I meant to collect today. That could be one. You can't tell anymore these days because of human development. It's impossible. This could be just one of those granite rocks that they just tossed out, the gravel pieces, out on the roads back a long time ago. And the flood vents just carried it down here. Always got to keep that in mind. Just saw something else. You're going to say, Da Vinci, that is one. I'm going to recover it, I am. But what kind of recovery is it? That's what I want to know. Yeah, you know there's going to be things down there 3 feet under. It's going to be too late. Yeah, I had big plans to come out here and talk about some... Hold on. The wind is blowing too hard. Definitely add it to the pocket. Yeah, I had some ideas to talk about today. We got to get off our chest. Some of the concepts are just so, they come on so quickly. When I experience something in the world today, they just come on so quickly that it results in something that I have to get off my chest immediately. Immediately, that is. Let's add it to the pocket. It doesn't look like a sole of a shoe. It looks like something very nice indeed. Yeah, now it's too cold to talk. It's too cold to discuss anything. It's too cold to think. It's too cold to look. It's too cold to move. It's too cold to quit complaining. It's too cold to complain. After all, I just got finished thanking the Almighty out here for the last cold snap of the season for me to remember. Always. Always. I bet that random would-be ex-head might be the only thing out here. Hammerhead, whatever it is. Why am I going so slow? Because I can't go any further. That looks very familiar. I know exactly what it looks like, and I noticed it in the video I was watching just the other day. I just stumbled upon something. I did. I don't watch TV a lot. I don't. There's not a lot of things I watch when it comes to videos. But how else am I going to learn a lot of things if I don't watch educational things? Things that are filled with knowledge, information. So one thing I was going to talk about today was something really a little bit crazy. Like all my videos are always crazy. All the things that I'm always looking for. The signs within the video. The signs within my own videos. The things they have out here for us. Even the writings and all. The knowledge out here. Religious or not. Beautiful. I know my videos are really crazy. I know they are. But I stumbled upon this video that kind of, made me think about a lot of things. It's called The Lost Tomb of Jesus. It was about an hour and a half long. Saw every last bit of it. And I was coming out here today to ask Yeshua. He goes by Yeshua. He doesn't go by Jesus. Should I even talk about this kind of stuff? I don't know. I'm so confused about my videos now. What the heck am I looking for? What the heck did I find? I started writing down the comments and stuff that they would talk about in some of my videos. The things that they would say when I would go to monumental places. Mountains, hillsides, all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to ask Yeshua, did they already find his grave? One thing that strikes me about it
is where they located supposedly what they think would be Yeshua's grave. It was in 1980. 1980. 2 years after I was born. Two years after me and my twin brother were born. 2 years they discovered it. 1980. Is that another sign that I have to follow to understand the significance of the number 2? And I'm not talking about crap in my drawers. I'm talking about the significance. The power of the number 2 itself. Why do I always have to buy things in 2s? Why do I always have to... What is it about the number 2? Along with a few other numbers that are always repeated in my life. The numbers that I love. 2 of something. Is that just part of the code? Is that just another part of my life? The code of my life? 1980. Was I born at the perfect time for something to happen? Let me go ahead and get this off my chest now. I might have to look at the notes I put in my notepad. The questions to ask. The questions to think about today. I think I put it in one of my videos. One of the comments that someone said out here. In my video. One of the videos I had, someone said out of nowhere. Had nothing to do with the stuff I was doing that day. When I was out exploring. Someone said someone found me. Someone found me. And I wasn't picking up anything or anything like that. I was just out there chilling. Never forget the comment in one of those videos. And I think I might have put the text in there too. Someone found me. And I just couldn't crack the code on that for the longest time. But then I saw the video yesterday. About possibly them locating Yeshua's grave. I thought that's what they were talking about when they said I found it. Long time ago. I thought that's what they were talking about. Someone found me. Blah, blah, blah. Let me look in my notepad real quick at the questions I was going to ask out here. Not that I'm going to get any answers right now because the wind gusts are too high. Although I know how they use the powers of the nature out here to talk, to speak. With the sounds it makes is the voice that they get. Let me go ahead and look at my notepad. I'm a little bit lost in the head at the moment. I can't remember what I wrote down. How the heck did I miss this thing right here? I'm always looking for it. How did I not see it? Looks ancient, but it's not. Nice game, guys. Let me recover it. Who's ready to walk in the deep, cloudy, muddy water? But how do I know it's deep? What if they just piled a few paleo underneath? And I'm walking. Oh, crap. I'm not even walking on sand, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not. I'm walking on gravel. They got things out here we're not going to see. I just stepped on a bunch of big rocks. It's usually always sandy. Okay, never mind. I'm walking on sand now. That makes me feel better. Because if I'm walking on gravel, it makes me feel I'm going to be missing something. Something major. Oh, crap. It's up to the knees. Now I'm stepping up and down. It's like bobbing up and down up in here. Last time I came out here was above the knees. Yeah, they piled sand and stuff right here. I guess they push things a lot further down. Look at that. Alright, let me get this off my chest real quick. I'll have to talk about this at the mountain one day, maybe tomorrow if it's not too cold. If I find a few more things out here today, I might just give the water its time to go down, and we'll look for things later. How about that? Oh, man. But that one comment, when I think I was still in school or something like that, but it was summer break, I think, right before senior year, and I went out to some place and sat on a tributary on some rocks, talking out there. And, oh yeah, it's up past the knees right here. Crap. At least it's not going overboard. Let me focus at the moment. I know why. Because of that. It's washing out this zone and creating a ditch under the water. Quite a different kind of adventure right here. Draining from the landscape. But if you look back at some of my ancient videos from a long time ago, when someone said, I'm not a treasure. That same video, someone said, I'm not a treasure, when I was talking about the treasure. And then someone else said, when I was at Brasstown Ball shooting that monumental video, just sitting there on a stump or something like that, right on the trail, and someone said, you stuffed it behind my headstone. Tells who drew the map. You stuffed it behind my headstone, but that doesn't make any sense. Now it doesn't make any sense to me. Because from what I saw in the video yesterday, the lost tomb of Jesus, they didn't have headstones. They didn't have headstones. They were buried in those boxes. You know, the remains and stuff were put in those boxes. I can't pronounce the word. Is that recoverable? Yes, it is. Indeed. Yeah, but, you know, I was watching that and that had me stumped. They don't put them in graves. And then when they had reburied the remains in Israel, dang it. The wind is blowing too hard. But when they had to relocate the remains, they just put them in unmarked graves in the ground. As if they were nothing. But someone said, you stuffed it behind my headstone. It tells who drew the map. So if I'm not looking for Yeshua's grave, then whose grave am I looking for? Whose grave did I find? But that's the thing. Maybe the proof is in my videos. Maybe they did hide Yeshua's grave someplace else. Maybe they did. This is what I have to talk about on a wind-free day. When I can actually hear the frequency out here. Anywhere I go, that is. Not just here. Stuffed it behind my headstone. Tells who drew the map. It's two things that I think I might have recovered. Or found. When I was at another place, I was climbing down a hill in the woods, and someone said, find your treasure. What the heck did I... They said it's my game, I don't know what's going on anymore. Oh, whoa! Good day so far. Even though I'm really not supposed to be out here because of the weather. Because of the flooding behind us. At least I had the faith to keep on going. At least I'm going to roll out with a few things, that is. Find your treasure. But I'm in Georgia. What the heck kind of treasure are they talking about? You found me. Find your treasure. Pick up a triangle. You found me. It's three things that I think I might have found. I don't know. Maybe time just happened. And things might have been just discovered in a way. I don't know, guys. I don't know anymore. I'm so glad I'm walking on heavy rocks. Dang it. I'm so glad I saw that video yesterday. It kind of put things into a different perspective, because that helps me narrow things down. to go back to the EVPs. Go back to all the stuff that I went through in the past 4 years. What the heck did I find? It's one of three things. One of three things, but they said it's my game. But I always knew this stuff. Always knew it. I'm scared to death, really. I'm scared crapless. But I think my videos are not meant to be harmful anymore. Now that I saw that video. Because if they found Yeshua's grave and his family's grave, what the heck are my videos revolved around then? If the world accepts those videos like that, those movies, in a different way, if they've already accepted those with no problem, if that movie hasn't caused any wars or any hate around the world, my videos are, I guess, ready to be uploaded. For all to see, I guess. I don't know. What if I did find the temple treasure? But I think it might be a couple things that have to do with it. I thought about this due to the comments in the videos. DVPs that have nothing to do with being a joke. The treasure. But my question is, what if I found the bloodline? We'll have to talk about the paintings that I created a long time ago that make no sense to me at all. Why I did that, but it was just my view on the world. That was it. My desires for the world. Da Vinci's world is not really a perfect world, but it's just an idea of doing the right thing, I guess, and being part of one another. No hate, no crime, nothing like that. But I just created those paintings out of nothing. Dang. What if I did locate, what if the temple treasure is two different kinds of treasure? What if it's the knowledge of God? What if hold on, let me think about this. What if the treasure, what is it? Did I find the knowledge of the bloodline? The knowledge of what? The knowledge of God or something like that? The knowledge that I get, the knowledge that I talk about in my videos are like out of this world. The way I talk about things in my videos, the concepts and stuff like that, even if it doesn't have to do with religion or anything like that, what if it's just my ideas for inventions? My philosophy is guided by something else. And the gifts that I have to see, the gifts that I have to do. They said I was given a gift and it had to do, what the heck did I do in my life? I took down the devil, blah, 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 all this other stuff. But I'd already been doing this stuff since about 2005, 2006. But the worst part of it happened in 2017. If I don't make that video about that time when they said I took the devil down, if I don't do that quickly, I'm going to forget all of it. And that's something that we can't afford to forget. Thee God, help thee God. I'm Jewish. Someone said I was Jewish. Not me, but they said they were Jewish. In one of the videos, someone just spoke up one day and said, I'm Jewish. That they were Jewish. They're kind. The ones out here are not mean. There are some jokesters out here. I know that for a fact. The cherubs out here. They like to play games and all, but there's some out here that are just like angelic. Angelic. I was at Stone Mountain one day and I was going through a tough time with a black mold and I was walking around and all that kind of stuff and someone said arrest. Someone said arrest and they said my name. I'm not going to be able to get through here. Last time I came out here was almost up to the waist. And I could see in the water. It's not going to be the case today. How am I going to get through this? I guess the only way to get through it is walk through it, right? myself into. I know I'm a humbling human being. Quite strange at that, really. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, last time I was out here, I was just finishing up the video. And I was not too far from where I am now, and someone said, when I was looking at it, I know exactly the emotion that I felt and what happened. Probably one of the better EVPs of the month. Oops, that's deep again. It's deep again, deep again. And what happened? Yeah, I was looking over some of the stuff, looking for a different kind of treasure out in the gravel bar, sandbar. And I didn't have a lot of luck the last few minutes of the video. And I looked down at this plastic bag that was sitting there, and I felt this emotion of anger. And I knew I had to pick it up, but I just left it there. And someone on audio said, Metatron, make them pick it up. Metatron, make them pick it up. Which had me puzzled again. Who is them? Were they talking to me? Did they just call me Metatron again? Because they know part of the concept of my videos is trying to get human nature to come out and pick up the nature of their own garbage out here. And if they don't do it, I have to do it. I just forgot more things I wanted to say about that I wrote in my notes. I'm so excited now. 2022 might be a very perfect year for us. I might be just ready to upload the videos if I can get them corrected. But if whose grave did they say I stuffed some dang thing underneath? I mean, something behind a headstone tells who drew the map. The map to what? The map to what? And I know my videos are extremely controversial. They are. Are they trying to say that Leonardo found some kind of grave and stuffed something behind somebody's headstone that had his name on it? That had his name on it. So we're looking for some kind of headstone in some building, possibly. A headstone, a grave inside of a building is what we're looking for. That has something. A wound up piece of vellum, a wound up piece of sheepskin or something, I don't know. That we have to get from behind a headstone. And it's going to have a name on it. Whose name I don't know. But I bet they're going to say I do know. Because they're probably going to say it's my name. What if it is my name? What if it is that name? What if it's that name on it? Add it to the pocket. You know what? Always thinking about something major. And it has taken over my life for the past 6 or 7 years. Some grave inside of some building that possibly has a headstone sandwiched up. Wait a minute. Hold on. It's possibly sandwiched up against a wall. It's one of two things. We're looking for a headstone that is sandwiched up against a wall with a gap so thin you can barely put something behind it. Or we're looking for a flat headstone that is laid down on the ground, either on the ground or in a building, inside of a building. But that's not a true headstone, is it? I don't know. I don't know if that's a true headstone or not. It could be. The flat ones, you know. The covers. Dang, do I ever need some help with my life now? Beautiful. Dang, that's unfortunate right here. Unfortunate. I can't tell what kind of fish that is. I think, yeah, it's a catfish. That might be a catfish. Poor baby. Any treasure over here? Find your treasure. Find your treasure. But I'm in GA. What do you mean by find my treasure? I asked him that before. Don't really know if I heard the answers correctly or if I heard anything at all, even if I even had a chance to listen to the videos yet. But it's weird though. The place where they said that was a place that always has those really nice rocks. The ones with the Metatron X. And I always talk about X marks the spot. This piece of shirt right here, it's going to be nothing though. It's just a piece of scrap. That is all. I see it a mile away. Yeah, but every time I go to that place, I always find those magnificent rocks. And I've collected a few of them too because they have the X right in the middle. X marks the spot. Center of it all. Center of the X. Center of the cube. And they know that I know. They know that I know. But that's where they said, find your treasure. But what's the treasure though? Is it the knowledge of life? I imagine it's life itself. That's what I imagine the treasure being. The main treasure of all is life itself. Something that we take for granted. But what if it's several treasures? What if it's everything combined in one single object? Number of things. Knowledge. The knowledge of God. What if the Templar treasure is two different kinds of treasure? Maybe three. What if it is the bloodline of Jesus? But if we all know he had a child, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not any kind of major secret. Even if it was meant to be kept secret, we accept it. So how is that part of the treasure? And I saw how they say that maybe his baby died or something like that. That his baby died. But what if he had twins? What if Yeshua had twins? What if Yeshua and Mary had twins? And there was one that was meant to go forward. One that was meant to go forward. That's cool. But what if the treasure is several other kinds of treasure? What if it's not only knowledge? The main treasure of all is the knowledge of God and life and all other stuff. The main treasure of all is God. What if the Templars just went around in heaven, is what I call it, and collected treasure, the payments and all across the world, and just buried the treasures, the small amounts of treasures all over the world. So what if there's multiple treasures? Everywhere they went, they gave it as an offering to God, the treasure for God. They left the treasure to God, for God, because they knew who God was. And Yeshua was just a different outlet. Yeshua was just a different outlet to find God. Just like all the other ones. Just like Muhammad, Buddha, doesn't matter. They all were here for the same reason. Yeah, to lead us all to just that one thing. What if that's the case? Different treasures buried out all over the world. Fragments of a puzzle. But they're meant to be for the main one out there. Knowledge of the bloodline, whatever it is. And then, of course, the knowledge of God. Things that you're supposed to discover as you're looking for the treasures all over the world. You go out looking for them. You think it's one big treasure. It is, but it's spread out all over the planet. And you go out looking for it and digging. And you're supposed to see something and feel something out here. As they did. All of them. Let me keep on going. Got to plug the charger in. Who knows what else is going to be out here. Wasn't expecting this.
Alright, all plugged in, ready to go. Let's go ahead and see what might be out here the rest of the way. Not going to be too much longer before I get on out of here. I know I missed probably a few nice things today though. It's still young, it's only about maybe 11:30, maybe 12. Haven't really paid as much attention to the time. I had a thought about something though earlier. That one time I was at Emmacola Falls and you saw the video and you heard what they said. Hopefully. Just as much as I did. They sound so humble. They sounded so excited when they said, someone said, I found it. But one thing that gets me though about the whole situation. Now think about this. They said, I found it. And they said my feature, my current name, my name of today. They said, I found it. Again. Which has me puzzled. It's got to be more than knowledge of some kind of bloodline. Got to be something more major. Because if you think about it, what's that? It's beautiful. Huh, cool. Yeah, but if you think about it though, would you consider just knowledge of a bloodline, of a family tree, these days, even a long time ago, would you consider it extremely important? In some cases, yes. But in other respects, what's more important than that? The idea of a bloodline or something like that is just so humbling. It's so like, okay, that's cool. I'm glad I found it. It's here, it's there. It's everywhere. We're all related to God. We're all related in one way or another. Treasures in different locations all over.
representative of the flags that I painted in one of those paintings. Whatever it is. But what would be more interesting, more powerful, than just the knowledge of an extended family tree? I mean, think about your own life. Think about others. Think about all the other powerful beings out there. What about Muhammad? What about his family? Would you consider his as sacred? Absolutely. What about the others? Why don't you add them to the bunch? But what if is something more? They call it a treasure. But then in one of my videos, back in that tributary, someone said they were not a treasure when I was talking about it. They were not a treasure. And I said, the best treasure of all is God themselves. They were the best treasure of all in what they give us. Who they are and what they are and what they give us. What they tell us that they give us. I'll give you chocolate fingers. How about that? Another part of the puzzle from last time. Part of that container. That mat that used to drain dishes on the counter. This is part of it. The heck did they make me do out here? I know I get so excited about a piece of metal. Go figure. Yeah, I don't know what they had me doing out here. I have an idea, really, kind of. Take that back. I guess they're trying to... They know that I know something. But they also call me all these different names and stuff like that. Like 3 of them. I saw something. Oh, it's shattered. Still crumbling. It's almost as if they know that I can hear them, and they want me to do certain things. And I'm connected. Hold on, excuse me. Yeah, okay. Why am I so excited about this? But they probably know that they can use me to be a connection to the human race. Because you can't hear them or see them. And they know that I can. But they're the ones who they're the ones who gave me the gift. You were given the gift. The gift of what? The gift of what, really? I have an idea also. I've already talked about that. We don't need to talk about that anymore. Are there any ancient pieces out here from the ancient times? I know I've already found one, possibly. At least I found what I found so far. The most important thing.
Really though? Really? You guys crazy. Another unknown up in here. Imagine how beautiful this place would be if there was no garbage all over. I mean, look at the green. The makeup is coming on so subtly. So beautiful. So perfect. Look how beautiful that is. But imagine it. I had this idea. I want to come out here and all the other places I ever go into. Come out here with those industrial garbage bags. The ones you get at Home Depot in the big, not white box, but the yellow box. And I don't care how heavy they can be. I've done it before. There's nothing like that contrast of before and after when you do a kind of thing like that. But I heard this thing that Exploring Alabama was talking about in one of those videos. He said there was a station, not a station, there was a YouTube channel called Cleaning Up the Creeks or something like that. I haven't really looked at that. I just was watching some of his videos the other day and I just heard him talking about it, so I haven't had a chance to look at it. But that's definitely a group I would be following. They're talking. Uh-oh. Wonder where the extra waves are coming from. It's not like it's storming at the moment. Scene right there. Beautiful. Grass isn't too high, not too low. Sun's not too bright, not too dark. I can stare at that image all day. Even without the Budweiser. I know you're laughing at that one. Oh man, I'll tell you something though. When I talk about something, what I'm about to say, I know you're gonna take it to heart in a different way though, like you do a lot of things that I talk about in my videos. But when I talk about part of the treasure is the knowledge of God, maybe that is the main treasure, is the knowledge of God. After the Templars handed off their treasures out in heaven and gave it all to God. What about this? Don't get too offended when I say things like that, like take it the wrong way or a backwards way, because that's the way it's not meant to be intended. But when I talk about I found it, and they say things like God and all this other stuff, the God, all the cool things. They say Yahweh a lot. But what if, when I talk about that I'm every religion, but I'm not religious, I'm every religion combined. And I just researched this, that in Islam, like the Muslims, they say the God. They call the Almighty God the God. And I just found that out yesterday. And then of course, I think the Jewish, they say Yahweh, I think. But that's what has me puzzled. It's almost as if they're all hanging around me. All different religions are hanging around me. I just thought about that the other day. But they're not fighting.
But when I talk about the knowledge of God, what if they talk about that I found it, the knowledge of God? But what if the knowledge of God is what? What if the knowledge of God... I'm not saying that they gave me a gift in a way that they gave me the knowledge of God. Like I can see and feel and hear and know the things that God knows. But what if that is the case? What if that's the case? But what if the treasure is knowing that God exists? What if the treasure itself, the main treasure, main part of it, what if the main treasure is a different kind of knowledge of God? Knowing that they exist. The life that you take for granted. Everything out here in the universe that represents life. The God. What if that is the ultimate treasure? What if it is? What if it's a little bit of both? What if they hammered me with something? I'll never forget that time when it happened. When somebody got a hold of me and put something in my soul. Got it by the eyes. That one fateful morning. In a video I'm yet to even create to explain it all to you. This got napping on it. It's got another little baby hammer. I guess I'll recover it. Might just be a rock. I know I told you my videos were crazy, but it's guided by something. And whatever I'm being guided by is not a joke. Got another one. Fancy. Then got another one. Fancy. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this thing is right here. What it might be. I have no idea. Looks like from the Jetsons. Just some kind of cleaning handle. Probably some kitchen utensil from back in 1974. Go ahead and leave it out here. But I'm not liking what I'm seeing behind me. Used to be one of the better gravel bars out here. I can always, well, I'm not going to say depend on it. It's almost like I never could ever recover anything out of there. Except a couple of times, and that was a long time ago. Oh, two weird things right next to each other stuck in the sands. What the heck is that? Well, I know what that is. I'm talking about that thing. Out of this world. Why not I just go ahead and take them and wash them off? I'm not the brightest thinker all the time, really. What was I going to do? Come down here and wash one and go back up there and get the other? Cool. Just a bunch of crazy garbage. But yeah, that thing up there in front of us is not going to be searchable.
Looks like one of our monumental gravel bars has been turned into a sandbar. Powers of the waters out here. Wild. No reason to be mad at them. This gravel bar only existed for about a year and 3 months anyway. Whatever it is, I'm not seeing it. There's a fancy can right here. What is that? Oh. It's only 11:54 in the morning. We are hitting it right on the time. For what, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it has to do with anything, though. I mean, what am I going to do? Go to another spot? I don't know. Almost to my turnaround spot. The water is going to be up to the neck. Starbucks, probably. How did I ever know? Because I saw the clear side. But it could have been anything, really. I'm looking. Well, I'm trying to fit that flat item into the pocket. You're gonna tell me to jump up in here. Wish I could jump again. I gotta work on that. Maybe I'll go to the gym and work out the legs. Is that salvageable right here? It's got no curves on it though. Nah. Maybe later. Too big for the pocket. Huh. Maybe I will carry it out of here as soon as I finish up with the last piece up in here. Can't go too far than this little tiny thing in the middle, or else it's going to be up past the waist. What the heck are we not going to find here?
Looked a lot larger when I was further away. Thing's barely 11.5 feet long. But I can't keep going. They just pushed out every last bit out here. Where to? Probably on the other side of the bridge. I'm not going to be able to get past. That's going to be it. Crap. Got to make a decision. Where am I going to go next? Any other place is going to be too far from here, except for home. If I go anywhere else, it's going to cost me $80 for a quarter tank of gas. Definitely got to keep that in mind. Ooh, reference picture. The sun's in the right angle. But that was it though, that little piece. Nothing else. Well, maybe there's more. I didn't see it. Hold on. I'm trying to put that stuff in my pocket. Garbage. Oh yeah, probably the best one of the day. Time to head back some other place. But why, I don't know, because it's going to look exactly like this. Full of muddy water. Wherever they took things, maybe we'll never know. But whatever they set out for us, let's hope we can find it. It's expected to rain 3 days next week. The perfect days in the middle of the week. Leave it out here as part of the puzzle. And too big for mine. Which makes me wonder. What is hidden inside the painting? Whatever it is. They said I found it. Can't believe it. I walked right over it. It's exactly what we've been looking for. One of the things, that is. It's real, but it's fake. You guys crazy trips. They even got the ears in the bottom right. But it's a piece of plastic. Add it to the arrowhead pile. Thanks, fellas. See you at the next place. Guess what? We're in the second location. Are we going to recover anything? Don't know. Just hopped up in here. It's almost like it's floating. Waters are a little bit clearer on this side. Second location. A little bit more shallow. A little bit more manageable. And I see something crystal clear. Am I going to add it to my already large and heavy collection? Indeed. Look at that piece of ice. Let's go ahead and do that thing. Let's collect the ice while we can. Wonder if they're going to allow me to see things on this side. Don't know how much ground I can cover. We're definitely not going to be seeing anything in there. Got to go backwards and forwards the rest of the way. Is that something else? No, it's a piece of glass. It looks like a piece of pottery. How about that? Got to keep the eyes peeled since it's going to be a little bit tougher in some locations. It's beautiful out here though. Minus the garbage. There's another crystal thing. Another piece of linoleum tile, that fancy green style they used back in the industrial days. Looks like a guitar pick, whatever you call it. Part of the lady herself. Going to be adding that thing. Look around, don't want to miss something. Definitely don't want to be missing something major. Let's hope there's going to have gravel bars out here, because it doesn't look like there's going to be anything under the water except that. Don't feel like straining the eyes, but might have to. Maybe I'll try that concept of mine that I told you about a month ago, about coming out with my iPad and using that as like a screen or something like that. Just go around with it, looking at the screen instead of looking down. I'll be looking at the screen. Dang, they got some balance going on here, some heavy balance. Old school board from like somebody's shed back in 1941. Has ended up balanced perfectly. I wish I could get these tires out of here though. This is ridiculous, people. Come on now. I cannot stand looking at this. Take them out of here and create swing sets. Free swing sets all over the place. Like it's 1966. The summer of 1966. I see a doggy thing right there, doggy leash. Dang, the banks are flawless though. Battery is charged up. The backup battery is charged up. What the heck do we have here? It's round and it's green. Well, it's one of those whistle things. Let me go ahead and add it to the pocket. Yeah, it's a whistle. Whistleblowers. I have a little bit of dilemma on my hands, so I just started picking up on this about a month and a half ago. What kind of dilemma is that? A backwards ass treasure, really, though. Well, out of nowhere, starting about a month and a half ago, I have magically been accumulating massive emails in my inbox every single day, starting in one single day. Happened overnight, one single day. And I was wondering why I was getting so much spam mail. I mean, I was getting spam mail from everything under the sun. But the majority of it happened to be revolving around baseball. Like, you know, the White Sox, Cardinals, that kind of thing. Getting emails from the Cardinals. Not like they were trying to draft me or recruit me or anything like that. They were trying to recruit me to buy things. Especially like the good old Atlanta Braves and other things that I enjoy in my life. I kept getting all this spam mail in my folders and stuff like that. And I was like, where the heck are these emails coming from? I'm opening up the dang email and I'm finding like 30 of them. Every single, every single day. And it made me think about something though. It happened at one single moment in time. And as a matter of fact, it happened just 2 days after I signed into Facebook for the first time in about a year and a half. Signing into Facebook, first time in a year and a half, has got to be the cause for that happening. Gotta be. So I don't know what to do about that. I mean, I keep trying to unsubscribe. Look at that beautiful X right in the middle of the creek over here. Wonder if there's going to be something underneath it. I've done that before and found many good things. We'll have to wait later. Yeah, but I don't know if you've, my bad. But, yeah, I don't know if you noticed that new trend. You probably don't even care. You probably just do what I do and delete all the emails. But I swear, it's like, I get at least 15 a day from the Atlanta Braves talking about buying coffee mugs, like the perfect coffee mugs, the perfect socks, the perfect tie for your man, perfect dress for your lady, perfect this, perfect that, perfect everything. But every time I try to unsubscribe, not like I'm trying to unsubscribe to baseball, it's just I'm not a fan of the bulk emails and stuff like that trying to get me to purchase something. But every time I try to unsubscribe, it does no good. It'll say unsubscribes, but within a few minutes I get another 7 emails. Yeah, let me go ahead and keep looking. They have switched things around a little bit. Better get a move on. Might be some spots I cannot get past. Is that real or is it fake? That might be one of their fake ones though. Could be just a broken piece. I'm studying. Let me go ahead and toss it back. There's half napping, there's half not. It could be anything at all. Got to be careful in this beautiful part right here. Ripples. It's like walking. We got another game right here. Look at this balance. Look at this balance right here. Let's go see what the game has to offer now. It's probably, well, it's probably up on the top. It's probably flipped over. Probably not going to see anything. That's probably the top right there. You know I love these games. Look at that balance, though. It's not even moving. It's not it is a CD, but it's not. We just saw a CD in the water. We just saw a CD. Man, dang. I thought we had something going on right there. I thought we had a sign to follow. Let me keep on going. This is what I like seeing. Not too deep. Clear. A little bit hazardous to walk in. There could be anything monumental in here. But that thing right there, I know exactly where that came from. It came a long way from here. I recognize a pattern any day of the week. I know I might collect a few shards of pottery, and that's going to be it. It's going up past the ankles in this place right here. Please tell me there's going to be some points out here today. They're probably going to be underneath everything, though. Why can't they just sit them right on top? I don't dig. That's probably a result of my own understanding about things in my life and stuff like that. I don't dig because I know that the truth is that it's on the surface. But it's also underneath. That's the thing, though. That's the scary thing about it. It's yin and yang at the same time. It's both of them. The treasure we're always looking for is right on the surface. Right on the surface, but it's also underneath. You have to dig for it. I might grab that on the way out of here. If I can remember it, that is. Hold up. Look at that. It's floating, but it's in there. Yeah, that's an amateur one. I'm just going to leave it, though. Yeah, that's one. Leave it. Look at that board right there. Cool. Look at that glove from 1803. Baseball glove from 1886. Just kidding. They've been playing around out here. Look at that. They just pulled that down. I knew I saw something coming up here that I had a feeling was going to be a little bit rough to try to get out of. Get around. Let me go and grab this thing right quick and keep on going. And never mind. Leave it. It's not solid. Alright, who's ready to take a risk? That's going to cause me to go up to the knees in sand, at least somewhere in the waders, though. Same thing here. These are extremely soft sands out here. That could be extremely deep right there, but I can't tell. What the heck do I do to myself out here? Let's hang on to the balance real quick. How am I going to do this? When it goes under, it goes over, if you know what I mean. When it goes under, it goes over the waist. Let me concentrate real quick. Doesn't look that bad, but it can be. I know you want me to collect those license plates. That's a different kind of license plate right there. Let me go ahead and add this to the hand real quick. Too big for the pocket, though. Might have to hold on to it. That might be a good sign for us. Yeah, That's an eddy right here. See how it bubbles up? That means that's not solid ground. I was able to walk around. Let me go ahead and climb up here real quick. I want to see if my magical painting is still up here. The one I was going to try to carry out last time, but it was too heavy. And it was also 34 degrees out here. I set it up here on the bank. Dang, please tell me they got some things up in here. I tossed it way up there. Yes, it's still there. Well, of course you're not going to say that. What the hell? Reference picture, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Halloween costume. Yeah, dang. There she is right there, drying off. To expose more of the beauty of the painting itself. Equivalent in size. It's going to be snakes up there next time, and it's going to be overgrown in another month or two. Not overgrown in a bad way. I know you're going to want me to collect it. Fine. I'll collect it. It's going to take up a whole pocket, though. Not a dang thing yet. It's just a bunch of craziness besides my craziness in myself. Is that a salvageable piece of metal? Yes, it is. It's artistic. We are recovering that thing. Look at that. It's got some rounded geometries on it. That is cool. Bunch of weird stuff so far. Like this glove. That's ancient. You know, not ancient like that. I mean, like, it's 1967, 1971 or something. Yeah. Keep going. Just getting started. They're playing. Still moving things around. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing right here. It looks like it's got a curve on it. That's probably just part of a pipe. But last time I said, when I came across something, picked it up, it ended up being a bottom of a Native American bowl that had two legs on it. I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what that thing is by just touching it. It's that pipe covering around steel pipes, like gas pipes and stuff like that. It's that black coating stuff. It's exactly what it is. Leave it out here. Made that mistake one time when I picked one up and thought it was a piece of Native American pottery and took it home. It took me 3 weeks to figure it out. Talk about a waste of time. Something here you should have taken to Goodwill instead of tossed it out. But would you have broken it if you didn't say anything? No, I'm not going to collect that. That's nice enough to stay out here, though. I'm not saying it's not nice to collect. It's just there's a certain parameter that needs to be met for me to add things to the pocket. If it's something that I feel is extremely important for future generations, that is not too old, it needs to go through a cycle. So someone can come out here another 800 to 3,000 years from now and find that thing right there and say, we just found something. Because, you know, the other things of antiquities, all the other stuff that is old, ancient, a lot more ancient than that is, those things will be taken back by heaven. They'll be taken back for nature for good. And you'll never find those ever again. You'll never see them. So that's the cycle that we're in now. In this point in time, that's the cycle that you're in. So come and get it. Before it's too late, that is. Because all it's going to do is just go deeper, get broken more, get lost, and forgotten. Got to be recovered so it's never forgotten again. So it's enjoyed for the rest of its life. I better hurry up, even though I got about 3 hours before it gets dark out here. Tomorrow's the big day for everybody who has this kind of hobby. When time is extended, the daylight is. Another crystal rock. Leave that one though. Yeah, but I think I found another piece of the lady right here. Where's that? Could be just a piece of clay soil. Yeah, it is clay soil, I can tell. Yep. Okay, cool. I thought that was a piece of dry paint from 1959. You know what, it's too soft not to have one of those magnificent perfect points sitting right on top. Every time I found one out here was after, or a couple of days after a rain event. That moved things around. It wasn't like this before, but I already found this over here on the side. And there's another one I'm looking at right there. That's a fat thing right there though, but it's tiny. But that's cool. Add it to the pocket. Heck yeah. There's another one right there. You see it, don't you? It's got that stick line in it right there. That's a fat thing. Yeah, but no points that I know of yet. Hopefully I will know later that it will be out here. You think I found something? No. No. I mean, that I found. I'm collecting that for the art. Yeah, but the one in my left hand is just like, I think it's one, but it's broken. Toss that back too. Man, it smells good out here. Wonder what that is. It's springtime. It's the lady putting on the makeup. I have another shard right here. It's got that consistency. Yes, indeed. So excited about something so old with no design on it. Please have your family photos on it. Dang. One of the better gravel bars has magically been turned into a sandbar. At least there's one bit of the treasure left in this one. But really though, the treasure is underneath this one. It's got to rain hard from directly above and not further out. That's how it works out here. I've studied the landscapes long enough to understand that. Yeah. Is that one? No, it's a piece of floor tile. Yeah, all the gravel and stuff is under this now, about another 1.5 feet. It's going to take a few monumental rainstorms from directly above, that is not further up the creek, to wash it off like it's washing dishes. Huh. No, that's not a piece of chert, piece of plastic. The heck is that thing? Is that the CD we're looking for? Is that for an art piece later? Let me go ahead and collect it just because. It could be used for something, I guess. It's going to take up a lot of space. Laws did that one right. I got 2 things right here. Maybe 3. I see something with some geometries on it. Something white over there. That could be nothing but a piece of plastic. I see 4 things. There's another pull tab. Where's that thing? Another piece of the pot. Heck yeah. Got some kind of design on it. But then this thing here. It's like the 3rd one. In this gravel bar. Sandbar. Sand. Not gravel. Perfect. Oh yeah, another piece of the lady right here. Perfect. Yes, indeed. The left pocket's getting full because I put the dang balance. I put the claw in the pocket. And that one's filled up. Not ancient enough. Let's see how dangerous it is. I don't know. Just got finished looking over here. They were pushing things to the side up in here. I don't see anything magical. Besides the nature, that is. That's magical. I made this for you. I asked for 30 of them. I'll be extremely grateful. We all will. If I found 30 in one day out here, I don't know what I'm going to think. But this is the spot. Yeah, that's going to be deep. That's going to be crazy over here. Let's try to do what we can to get... Oh, boy. Let's try to do what we can to get through here first. Man. Where did all the gravel go? It's not there. Now what? Perfect find. Add it to the pocket. Wild. Look how they just float this right on top. It's one thing about the pottery out here. Right on top of a futuristic piece of garbage. Well, a modern piece of garbage. It's an ancient piece. That was messed up right here. Definitely messed up. This should have been a spot that we found our first one. Intact piece. Intact. Right on top. Not a dang thing. And it's crystal clear. Oh well, no big deal. At least I found a tiny piece of soapstone. Look at that. Probably about 8,000 years old. What it goes to, I don't know. Where's the rest of it? Perfect find right here. Almost better than finding a fully intact point. But I think I did find one. Bam. Thanks for that one. They still know how to make them.
Yeah, it's tore it from the floor up. Missing handle. Knew I saw something. Looks like we have a nice piece right here to add to the pocket. Can't tell until I get it. Oh, yes it is. perfect.
It's one thing about this, I think I'm throwing my back out of whack when I wear the crazy night uniform. It's weird though. Beautiful out here. Look at that. Yeah, but I can't bend over going forward. I have to kind of bend to the side because it's very heavy in the front. Gee, I wonder what's over there in the bank. But I don't dig. I look. I'd have thought about this before. When it came to the ones out here. I know you don't like hearing about me talking about this kind of stuff, but all I hear about this kind of stuff is in my videos. I don't hear it from the human race. Got a red one, got a blue one. Now I have the green one. All came from the same creek. 3 different times. Is that a falcon or a hawk? It just buzzed by, it buzzed us. But I will not be getting a buzz for a while. Yeah, but I had this idea when it came to the entities out here and who they are and what they do. This one time, let me tell you this story real quick. If you can hear me, I don't know. But one time I was shooting one of my videos. I can't remember if it was one of my personal videos or what. Or if it was one that I published. Or whatever. And someone out there said, "We left you." They said, "We left you." They didn't say, "I left you." They said, "We left you." L-E-F-T. We left you. And it had me puzzled, but it helped me understand a few more things. Oh, did I break it? No, don't tell me. Yeah, I broke it. Crap. Yeah, they said, "We left you." And it made me think about that. I was like, what? Uh-oh, that fell out of the pocket. What the heck are they doing out here? Are they trying to tell me not to do anything? And say anything? That's the third happening in the past 9 seconds as I'm trying to get the story out. Let's hope they can point me in the direction of 5 arrowheads right in front of us. Or do something else. Because this is getting kind of scary. It's like the third thing that something happened. But I want to get this out of my system, off my chest at the moment. But the beautiful ones out here, either the cherubs or my protectors. I heard them say they call themselves my protectors. So I guess the human race has nothing to worry about when it comes to their own life. And vice versa. But they said, one time, someone said they left me. We left you. And it had me thinking about that concept. If I can hear them say that on the audio, and they're right around me, what exactly does that mean? That they left me. But if I can hear them right next to me, and even on audio, then they're still there. So how did they leave me? That's what made me think about that, though. It made me wonder if they can become part of us. If they can be on us, within us. If they could be a part of our body. If they can get in our minds. Their souls, who they are, can be a part of us. That's what made me think about that when I heard that. It didn't make any sense when I said, "You're right next to me." How can you leave me if you're right next to me? So maybe they can become part of us, to guide us, to do things, either good or bad. I don't know, though. I'm trying to prove that to the human race. I'm trying to get the answers. But what if that is the case? We left you. I'll talk about that more in a minute. Let me keep on going. Got a few items right here in my hand. More than just a few. More for the art. Definitely. I didn't record it because I had to wait for my phone to charge. And I had to concentrate. But let me go ahead and add this extra thing to the pocket too at the moment. Something even better. You're going to say, but eventually you should find something in there. If you don't, you really suck, for real. Well, I've never found anything in this gravel bar before, never have. But there's something behind me I got to take a deeper look at from a distance. I don't know if it's legit. Look at the way this log has been worn down. That thing's probably well over 300 years old. It's been in here for a while, but I can't tell if that's natural or by the humans. Like, how did they build houses hundreds of years ago? Could that be part of it? I don't know, I can't tell. Let me just leave it be. No, I will not be taking it. Water's got pretty high. 5, 6, 7 feet maybe. There's sand on top of the branches in some places. Kind of hard to get through this. It is. Different kind of obstacle course. But there's a trick behind it. You got to think of yourself like a turtle. Probably the strongest part of your body is your back. You just go backwards. You walk through it backwards. But of course I have a thick jacket on anyway, so it didn't really matter. But I was protected. Huh. What the heck is that thing? Oh, part of a kid toy. It's like a wheel or something. Yeah, by the way, this water was extremely deep right here. I had to go around to the backside and went almost up to the waist. Difficult sometimes. Clock is ticking. No, I carried it around because I was thinking about recovering it, but I decided not to. You're going to say, why not? There's a lot of other people out there who would. Well, it's too big for the pocket. Besides, I'm looking for other things. But to get another card or something, no, I know exactly what that is. That's a piece of plastic siding. I can tell because of the lines. It's got me mesmerized out here at the beauty. Still got plenty of time, about 2.5, 3 hours to keep on going and look around. Haven't recovered much in the past 45 minutes. That's why I haven't been recording. But since I got to get something on my chest, like I was talking about earlier, about how the ones out here, coconut shell, told you. Like the ones out here. The ones in that video one time that said that they left me. And I said, in a way, to myself, I was sitting there thinking, well, if they left me, they can be right next to me and say it. That's weird. But I had an idea about it, though. Like I told you earlier, it's like if they can become part of us. Now think about that. If they can be part of you, but not become you. A different kind of possession. To help guide you and stuff like that. If they can become part of you and then leave you. To be part of your nature and everything. The nature of who you are. And they can use that because you are nature. Just like in the river video last summer, someone said with this loud booming voice, someone said, nature owns you. That in itself, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, that comment right there in itself changed my life since last summer. That's what spawned me. That's what had me stop drinking. That was the same video when someone said, stop drinking alcohol. Sounded like a male voice, kind of young. Said, stop drinking alcohol. And then I get the loud booming voice. Nature owns you. I don't know if they're talking to me as a general human being, like you're a human being, we own you. But you talk about an EVP of a lifetime that I also try to live by. And realize that nature does own you. What the heck? Oops. What the heck kind of EVP was that? That's what I want to know. What kind of EVP was that? Nature owns you. Made me think about something else. If nature owns the body, if nature owns us, and we are a soul inside of a body. Now think about this. If you are a soul inside of a body of nature, in which nature owns you, shouldn't we treat it better? Shouldn't we treat it better? That's the question. Shouldn't we treat it much better? If nature owns us, it's almost as if they control the body. Like if we get diseases and cancer and stuff like that, we get sick. Other things. As a form of punishment, maybe. Maybe it's supposed to guide us to do something. All that involved. Nature owns you. Probably one of the top EVPs I've ever gotten in any video. You're probably going to tell me to keep doing what I'm doing, and I plan on doing it till the day I die. But it's weird. It's like I'm not really concerned. It's just weird in a way where I just keep doing it. Nothing has really interfered negatively. One did. The devil. That's the only time something very negatively tried to interfere with what I was trying to do and all the stuff I was trying to do. I'm looking. Trying to look for a pot hanging out. But I can't wait to get more answers. They're more vivid at the mountains and stuff like that. Hillsides and ridges, overlooking valleys, all that kind of stuff. Nature owns you. Don't you forget it. I think I found another piece of the pot. I just kicked it up. I don't know about that one though. What the heck is that thing? Don't know. It's flat, all right. Let me add it to the pocket. That could be some kind of weird piece of pottery right here. Ugh. It's amateur, though. It's gotta be one. I'm not complaining in a bad way. I'm not really complaining. My nose won't stop running. Because it's 33 degrees out here. And I'm in a spot where I never find anything, but it's the best spot out here. cool. Looks like a blowtorch. End of a blowtorch. One of those ones you light up. Part of a bike. A kid bike. I can tell you that much right now. Could be wrong though. It says Mega Pulley on it. Yeah, but don't forget, like I just said, don't forget that they said nature owns you. Nature owns us. So you gotta treat the body better. A lot better. Another piece of the pot. That's what I plan to live by. Try to balance out the body the best I can. I don't know if they'll allow me to start drinking again. I do like drinking alcohol, I do. Imagine kayak time with Leonardo without the alcohol. What the heck is that? Uh-oh, drop in the pottery. Yeah. Weird little run out here. What else was I trying to talk about before I started talking about them? When they said nature owns me, us, as I'm looking at the mine right here. The mine of the clay soils they use to make the things. Wish I can get further up the creek though. I just gotta call for permission though. See if I can track them down. Do some research on the internet to try to get on that side up there. Don't know if I can though. I'm not about to trespass the wrong way. But dang, that one thing that I was talking about, yeah, when they said that they can, when they left me, we left you. What I'm trying to say here, I'm thinking about it, hold on. Oh yeah, I had this concept about nature. That one time when someone said paper's nature. You heard me talk about that many times in my videos. Paper is nature. So there's something about nature that they can always be a part of, just like our bodies. And it's weird though, because think of this while you look at that beautiful image. And that beautiful thing up there. I'll talk about that in a second. When it comes to your world and your universe, they help you see it and understand it better. I'm trying to get a lot of things off my chest. No jibba jabba. Try to get the main points across during my videos. But imagine this. If they tell me in the videos that paper is nature, and other things that I touch and I look at, everything that involves nature is what they can be a part of. And I tell you that many times. How they can, that's how they walk. That's how they go through the universe. That's how they go through the world. They have to be attached to life. And I tell you not to take it down. Because we need it. And they need it too. But think about this. What are you wearing right now? And I'm not talking about your naughty underwear from Victoria's Secret. Or your t-shirt you got from Target. Or your baseball pants or whatever. Your basketball shorts. Whatever. What is it made of? It's made of cotton. So it made me think about this. Or even if you're wearing a leather jacket. So think about it. That is nature. What if they can become part of the outfit? Like they can attach themselves to it because it's nature. What if? What if you're sitting down in a chair? Now think about this, because I have proof about it. What if you're sitting down in a chair and your shirt is scrunched up in a certain location that in a way outlines what? Let's say the curves form an eye. Now think about that. I have proof, I told you that before. That one video I made, that one little 30-second video, 1-minute video, where my waiters were balled up on the floor. And what was in the middle of the picture? A face within the leather. That told me that they were made of real leather. It wasn't fake leather. It's almost like you can tell what's right. You can tell what's real or not. You can tell that it's real leather because you can see the face of them in it. Also, I can tell when I go to the flooring places, the tile places, I can tell what's real and what's not. When I see the eye. When I see the face outlines. When I see the profiles. When I see them in general. That tells me that the tiles are real and not manufactured and not fake. Just like I can verify every last one of Leonardo's paintings, or ones that they say is not his. You can use one or even two items to authenticate them. Sacred geometries. The Flower of Life and the Metatron Cube. Two objects of sacred geometries you can verify and authenticate his paintings. Ain't that the truth? But yeah, about that moon right there. I don't know if I should tell you about this now or later. You're probably just going to say, why don't you go on with your adventure and add more to the pocket and tell us later. But it's only going to take a few seconds. You're going to say you're lying. Of course I am. But look at the moon right now. Look at that moon. Oops, hold on. Right up in the sky right there. Look up at the moon. I want you to think about this. Now this is pretty deep now. You're going to have to think about this next time you see a moon during the daytime and nighttime. Whenever it's out. Like in the daytime right now. I do this every single time and it keeps me in better touch with the world around me. To make me realize how important and how deep life really is. And how important living is. What it's like to be alive. All you gotta do is look up at the stars, look up at the moon. And kind of tune things out in a different way. You're supposed to look at the moon, look up at the stars, and you have to combine your environments within your emotions, your mind, your soul. Think about that. Look up at the moon and listen to the planes go by, the dogs barking. Pet your dog at the same time. Drink a beer. Paint yourself. It puts you into a different mindset when it comes to the universe, when it comes to your world. All you have to do is look up. And you'll find it. Nine seconds later, of course I'm going to find it. Nothing until now, but you know what? I'm kind of angry because if this thing was intact, I don't care how full my pockets are going to be. Why the heck can't this be intact? I know it's a brick. It's just a brick. But look what's on the side. Atlanta Brick and Tile Company. That would be a perfect addition to the brick collection. Why? I guess I need to keep a lookout for the orange ones. This is extremely lame. This is maddening to me. It is. Of all the places to find at least one fully intact one out here, this was supposed to be the place to find it. I think I looked at every single rock as the clock keeps ticking. Who knows what's under the water? My shadow's getting a little bit too long to be comfortable out here. I gotta think about that for a minute, see if I can go to the back side of things, really. Man, look at that geometry on that rock. I'm looking at the geology out here. Because if I know geology correctly, this is where I think they had the camp at. The Grand Community. Could have been 1,000 years ago. Could have been 11,000 years ago. There's nothing. It's got no names on them. Because I'm looking at shiny rocks right here. There's one right there. And here's another one. If I'm not mistaken, that soapstone right here, that might be soapstone. Maybe it could just be granite. Trying to scratch it. That could just be granite though, dang it. Maybe I'm wrong. You're gonna say you gotta find a point out there. I know one. That's it. What a shame. Well, it's a shame because if I was in Missouri, I would have found 37 by now. 37. And I'm looking for my first one. Dang, would that ever be cool to recover? Man. But I'll never get that thing off. Let alone wind it up and put it in the pocket. Let me try that real quick. That's a cool looking item right there. Da Vinci style. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the other side. Well, the other side is nothing more than just my starting point where I came in. But the sun is in charge, not me. I got that hook in my left pocket. It took a while to ball that thing up. It's almost like those things you squeeze, the wrist exercise things, whatever. It's exactly what it was like. It took like, I'd say 3.5 to 4 minutes to try to get it in the pocket. All right, how do you want to handle this? Let me show you. You go backwards and you walk backwards, hunched over. Same thing here. You just have to keep a lookout behind you. It's like moving furniture with a friend. You're the one on the front side, but you're going backwards. Uh-oh. This is the part that's up to the waist. Well, not really, then my waders would fill up. They're up to the mid-thighs. Uh-oh. I have to pull the jacket and everything else up. Yeah, here we go. It's way deep up in here. I gotta Yeah, it's filling up the right waiter. Crap. At least I'm going uphill now. Yeah, it just not filled up, but I started feeling water coming on the right side. And it's 36 degrees out here now. You're probably going to say, but Vinci, just go home, get some rest. Worry about tomorrow. Well, I'm not done out here yet. I'm not done until the sun goes down. Beautiful. You know what? I feel like a cyborg or RoboCop half the time in the wintertime, that is, when I'm dressed like a knight. I know it's just context. I know it is. It's just a different kind of context when I say I feel like a knight. Like I'm dressed like a knight, because that's exactly what I feel like and what I look like. Like a temper knight. I like to put it in that kind of perspective. It's what it makes me feel like. Like I was one of them or something like that. Maybe they're some of the ones that are following me around, the way they say. Maybe they're the ones at the hillside that said you found it. That might be possible. I got a lot of questions to ask when it comes to that as I burn daylight. I need to get going, guys. Come on now. Yeah, but I feel like a cyborg, though. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. It's like this every time. I got wires hanging all over the place. I got chargers, wires, gloves, backpack. Not really, but, you know, a couple of times, yeah. What the heck is that? Nothing. Let me keep on going as quickly as I can. I got things to try to get. Charger's done with. 75%. Good to go, I guess. I don't know. See how long 75% lasts. But it's weird though. This happens quite a bit. Where I'm standing is exactly where I had to plug the charger in to begin this portion of the adventure. But this happens quite a bit. It really does. But I had a question about that. That one video when they said, how should I say this? That one video where they said Jesus lied to the human race. Jesus lied to the human race. They didn't say Yeshua, they said Jesus. Made me wonder about a couple of things. And I keep asking, what did Jesus lie about? Hopefully it's not going to be anything too bad. Maybe we'll all understand. Maybe he's the one that needs saving. But one thing I had an idea about, since everything in my life is always yin and yang, backwards and forwards at the same time. What am I trying to say? What if the one thing that he lied about was the time when he said he is both? What is it? The beginning and the end? The Alpha and the Omega. I'm the Alpha and the Omega. I'm the beginning and the end. Was that what he lied about? I'm the beginning and the end. Is that what he lied about? Who's the beginning? Or who's the end? First I have to find out if that's what he lied about.
And yeah, I found that on the way up here, before I had to plug the charger in. A starter. Stepped on it in the water. It starts with you.
If I can get down there by 5:30, I think I'll be all right. It's already 5:20. We got the CD game right here. What does this one say? Not legible. Not legible. That's exactly what it says. Man, I need more signs than that. Really, though. In the second location, I'm definitely going to have to move Speedy Gonzalez. That sun is going down. Well, it is 5:30 though. The sun will be setting. Excuse me, I just hiccuped. The sun will be setting at 6:40 tonight, 6:45. But that's on the horizon. If it's a clear sky, we'll have daylight to move out safely. And I'm starting to smell it's exactly why I came out today. I'm starting to smell the Bradford pear trees, you know, the ones with the white flowers. It's that time of year. I know I'm a very strange, awkward human being, but I just come out in this time of year just to smell the flowers. I know that may seem quite strange to you, but it's a way to build a memory for life, to realize that we made it to another spring, and we're going to make it through another spring very successfully. I used to take the flowers all the time. I used to take them home and try to put them in a box or flatten them or something like that, like a lot of grandmas always do. You know, book scrapbooking, whatever you call it. Book scrapping. The heck? Book scrapping. No, but I used to do that until I realized you're not supposed to rip things off. But I just smelled one. But when the weather is this cold, the pollen isn't out until it gets a little bit warmer, and then it produces more pollen for you to inhale. And inhale life in a different way. Inhale your life by the use of your senses to know that it's springtime. This is another tough one. Yeah, that life, I tell you what. I gotta get a move on though. Come on now. What the heck is that? I bet it's a tennis racket. Yep. How did I know? Well, the handle of a tennis racket. It's really deep over here. And we're very close to the beginning. Ancient. That is an ancient piece of driftwood right there. Very nice indeed. They rubbed it off quite nicely out here with their sandpaper of time. Let me check the time to see how much time we have and what time we don't have. That is very important at the moment. Well, if that's not cool, I don't know what is. Look how long my shadow is now. Man, I don't know if I have time. I know that's a remote control car, I can tell. Well, the back end of it. I think out of all my times coming out here, the better stuff was on this side. Well, it's not really a side, it's just the opposite of where I came in. That's all it is. But the gravel bars out here that I discovered might be sandbars now since the rains. They have done things out here. Lovely. Well, they made it deeper and moved things around. Yeah, it's going to be deep out here. I don't know if I'm going to have time to look around. Might as well go ahead and give it a go. They've washed out the side over there. Man, they built up the berm is what I call it. They built it up. Anything important, it's all important. If I don't get it today, it's going to be gone forever. I can't come back out here for a while. Well, it's not like I can just jump right back out here tomorrow. I got to give it some time, but it's going to rain like crazy for 3 days this week. So whatever's out here, I got to find it today, now. It's like 3 pool tabs right here. Treasure. I'm trying to go slow and go fast at the same time. I'm burning time. But it seems like the last 10 things I picked up were part of the treasure. Shards of metal and key rings. That's the best one so far today. Yeah, I can't come back here tomorrow though. There ain't no way. Look how low the light is getting. Still no major items, but a bunch of beauty. It looks like 7:53 in May with that angle right there. And instead, it's still early. That changes tomorrow. It's still nothing but treasure. Old school bottle right here. Heck yeah. Shadow's getting longer. What the heck am I doing? I'm getting more nervous. Why do they keep dragging me out like this? Dang, that was hurt. I just went backwards underneath that tree that's pulled down. It wasn't pulled down before. That's just from yesterday, last night maybe. They pulled that thing down. Different kind of challenge. Where's the pottery at though? Another key ring. Pull tab. Another piece of the puzzle. That's all that's down here. Crap. I was hoping they would have some magical stuff out here for us. Really though. That was not torn up enough. I can't take every pull tab. every ring, every piece of jewelry. Gotta leave some of it out here. You know what's funny though? Every time I put my left hand in the pocket, it feels like I'm touching a dead rat because I have that glove in there. I got that toy glove, that werewolf glove. Excuse my sinuses. I'm trying to jog through here like I'm jogging in snow and quicksand. Yeah, I'm not going to see anything, but why do I keep going? Because I still have daylight left. Another ID card. 2 of them. How? What is that? Six Flags. Hope that's a good sign for us. Well, that's definitely not Six Flags right there. That was weird. Definitely weird on that. Okay. Any good stuff in here? It doesn't look like it. Uh-oh. It's always deep right here. I climbed over the side last time. Hang on to them. Don't fall, don't slip. Try not to walk too far. On the side, you will go in deep. Uh-oh, they're tripping me. Trying to get me to feel the power on my face. No pottery sitting right up. I think we might have already gotten it today. Is that a piece? No, it's not. I just had a thought about something though. When it came to the so-called treasure. I know, very controversial subject. I know, to me it's a very magical subject though. Like I told you, I'm extremely humble about all that kind of stuff. Whatever knowledge I have, or don't. What I've discovered, what I didn't, I don't know. But one thing it had me thinking a few minutes ago, I never thought about this concept before. But you're going to think that I'm the most arrogant human being known to mankind. You probably already think that, but I'm not, because I don't drive a fancy car, I don't have a hot girlfriend, nothing like that. I don't have a fancy place to live. Well, I'm talking about, yeah, the way I live is different, but I don't live in the fanciest place. But one concept that I just came up with was, what if the treasure is me? What if I'm the treasure? That's weird. Car? Don't know. Gotta be. There you go. I know you think I'm the most arrogant human being known to mankind, but you're backwards with that. What if the treasure is me? What if they meant that I found it? That I'm the treasure? What if I'm the treasure? How am I going to break this up? I'm carrying that with a pinky finger. What if I'm the treasure, but in a different way? What if they said that I found it? The treasure, life, human life from God. What if that means that we're supposed to use the painting to find the true treasure, which is us, ourselves? What if that is it? What if it's a game of life? And it's used because we all love treasure. We all love maps. And it brings us out to places like, what's that game that you used to play in 2018, 17? Pokemon Go. And it drives you out to find the best treasure of all. The best treasure of all. And it leads you to find things that are empty. Not knowing that the treasure is within yourself. Then it leads you to what? To find yourself. Thus you find the treasure. Human life. All coming from one single entity. That's what I mean by what if I'm the treasure? I have found myself within the painting. Like I told you that concept before. The knowledge that I have about the painting that only one person knew. And will always know. I told you that before. That one single eye staring back at you, left eye, centered right on the 3/4 part top of the painting, right in the middle. The eye of the Almighty, the all-seeing eye, the main treasure of all. The main treasure of all within the painting. And I told you this concept before. That all of us, in a certain way, are what? One single point in time in our history. Us. Yourself. Your life. Doesn't matter how old you are. There's that one exact time, that one perspective, that one tone, contrast of your life. Color. Mood. You look exactly like her. Them. You look exactly like them. At one exact time. One point in time, you look exactly like them. One angle. You're sitting in a well-lit room at 3 o'clock on a Thursday in San Francisco at 53 years old. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. You turn to watch the dog outside, out the window. A light catches your face. And you see it. You see yourself, but you also see them, because you look exactly like them at one single point in time. You could be a baby, 6 months old, laying in your crib, sitting on the high chair. Parents are getting ready to snap some pictures. Turn your head. The shadow is just perfect on your face. The tones of your skin, the emotions. Your eyes are closed, opened at the exact perfect moment. Perfect amount. Maybe that's when you look exactly like them. Beautiful. Balance. Wonder how much I'm going to collect and find tomorrow. Wonder if they're ever going to let me find and collect anything again after this video. Because I haven't collected a dang thing on this side yet. Nothing but treasure. But if I've already found the treasure, then why do I keep looking? Now what? lot of cool things right up in here. What the heck is that? It's heavy. Of course, a damn oil filter. Get that crap out of here. Get all the garbage out of here. There's a lawnmower. How are we going to start it up? It doesn't have the handle on it. Is that Native American rock art? Is that the piece of the pot? No, it's nothing. Plastic. Beautiful. Nothing. Nothing at all. And I've been zooming through, looking at nothing but sandbars with that much light left. I guess that's what happened every time I come out and I find something that has like a leg or an arm on it. They say, you found it. You found it. You found life. You found whatever. You found yourself when you went looking for the treasure. But the treasure's on the surface. You're not supposed to dig. You're not supposed to dig because it's right on the surface, which we are all on a surface that is living. In most cases, that is. But it has me scared, though, because if that's the truth about it, and you're not supposed to touch the treasure that's buried, all the little treasures, if that is the case, and you're not supposed to go for those because that's when you die. When they said one time, when I saw myself in the trees, and at that exact moment, I know you just laughed, me too, for real, when I saw myself in the tree, like I remember that picture of myself, and someone said, you're digging your own grave, because I was digging for an answer. I was digging for a treasure. Probably tell me you're not supposed to dig. But here's one thing I'm worried about most now. One of the EVPs in my collection, when I was at the river, and someone said, tie is broken, he is the winner. It's almost like the game was designed for one human being to find themselves and find the true God. The one out here. Trying to find yourself, it leads you to find yourself as a human being. Yourself. You ever heard that phrase before? Go find yourself. I need to go find myself. And you end up in places like this. But then in essence, it also leads you to find God, because you're looking for God as you try to find yourself. But the one thing I'm worried about most when it comes to that is that one comment. Tie is broken, he's the winner. It's almost like every single person out there has a devil for themselves. A devil for themselves. And you're in the battle with the devil. But what if Satan is truly the devil? The one who deceives, the one who hates, the one who causes you to go differently. Tries to keep you from finding the truth. What if that's it? But that's not what I'm worried about most, as I'm trying to sit and figure out how to get through this deep zone. If I'm going to attempt it or not. Hug this side of the planet. Don't get myself in trouble out here. Don't step on the eye. But this one concept alone that has me worried is what? If now the truth is known that the painting, all the pictures, everything, was designed for the human race to be in a race, to find truth, and truth is told, what happens now? What if the truth is known? What if it is all figured out? The unbreakable code that only one person knew. What the heck happens now? You can't be just another human and sit there and know the answer. You cannot know the answer. You can't know the tricks on how to find yourself because it has already been discovered. You can't just look at that painting, just go out and hop on the bandwagon and be like, I need to go find myself. Because you know the truth has already been known and figured out. What the heck happens now? It's the one thing I'm worried about most. You're going to say it's the end of the world. You're going to say it's the beginning of the end. I'm hoping that's not the case. Looks like I found the house. Maybe that's a sign that it's time for me to go home. Trying to see if I missed something before I head on out of here. It's been a beautiful, perfect day, though. It really has. A weird, perfect day. Like every single day combined. As far as weather goes, started off cloudy, then it started to snow. The temperatures plummeted, but I kept on going. Have the heavy jacket on. Didn't know why. In the beginning, since all I found all day mostly was the small stuff. And then in this stretch, I find the largest items you could ever imagine that fit perfectly in the pocket. What the heck is that thing? Nothing. Sardines, maybe. I see a masterpiece. Let me go ahead and grab it. Didn't see it earlier. It might be too big. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave it. It's not shattered enough. 1982. If that said 1980, it'd be 10 times more scary from the way the video started off today. Nothing on this side. I usually run through here and recover at least 7 to 10 pieces of pottery. Nothing this time. Let's pray that we find 7 times more tomorrow. Maybe I'll find more if I don't treat it like a treasure. How about that? Maybe that's why they don't let me collect a lot of it anymore. Of anything that's historic and ancient. Because I talk about it being treasure. Maybe they don't like that because they know what the true treasure is. Something to think about. Like there's always something to think about when it comes to my videos. I'm sorry that I talk about things that are crazy all the time. It's just the way my mind's always been. I don't mean anything by it. It's just things that I talk about. Yeah. See you back at the Vinci studio to go over what we've recovered, as I always do. Another crazy egg day. Another cold one out there for the season. The last one, I think. You know the routine. Let me go ahead and empty out the bags to see what we collected today. Most definitely. Another one of those crazy days. It's almost like it kept going forever. And eventually it did. Although I knew I was going to find something, as cold as it was, as deep and as muddy as the waters were. We were at least going to find something. Very different, but all the same. Mostly made by humans. Cool. We had some nice chats. Could barely talk. The second I got home, turned on the heat. Look at that. Looks like a beluga whale. Here's a piece of a pipe. Wonderful. Big stash right here. Yeah, that's a piece of a car right here. Part of the molding on the side. Looks like a 1994 Chevy Impala. That's weird though, because it's more decorative on this side. But that's the outside. That's either the front or the back. Oh no, that's one piece. That's that little spot in between the doors, probably. Cool. All right. Hey, that's a piece of metal. Don't put that there. That goes into the metal pile. Really. Sinuses are still running. Dang good day today. Probably one of the better finds right here. Never found anything like this before.
definitely had to add this to the pocket. Talk about filling up a pocket. Hard to come by something like this. Could always go to Home Depot. Interesting. Pieces of the treasure. Add them to the treasure chest. Cool. Solid gold. Yeah, right. Just kidding on that. Talk about solid gold. Coke bottle shards. Need as many as I can get. Another big piece of this. I want to feel break open now. No. Gotta use a bandsaw. Cutting the slivers. But I think it'll be better if I just cracked it open later. Yeah. Great day for these things. If I find more than one, it's been a great day. Treat us right on these things right here. Yeah. Cool crock pieces, stoneware, ironstone, whatever you want to call it. Olden school. I mean, old style right here on this one. Yeah. Got some glaze on the inside. Don't know if that's the inside or the outside. Very nice indeed. Colors of the painting. Yeah. Looks like it came from Greece. A floor tile from Greece. Back before the BC days. Yeah. The BC days. Somebody's feet. Looks like it belongs in the bottom of the Last Supper. You know, under the table. Except they don't have sandals. On this one, that is. Cool. Look, it's weird though. I got two sets of legs right up in here. Check that out. You know what that reminds me of though? If you combine these in your mind, it reminds me of that time. What am I trying to think about right here? That's one thing that got me about this one right here. But then when I see the combination of the two, it's like they're dancing. It's like they're just two different moves frozen in time. But it kind of reminds me of that time when Jonathan Papelbon, the reliever for the Phillies and the Nationals, the Red Sox. Remember when he used to do that little dance when he was with the Red Sox? Yeah. Back when he used to do that dance. That Irish dance or something like that. Yeah. He used to do that crazy dance on the mound before the game or something like that. Forgot when it was. Never forget that though. That's what it reminds me of. The way he used to dance. Yeah. Cool. Got some nice looking quartz rocks right here. Got the buttons. Yeah. Marbles, not too many for the day. Of course, we couldn't go looking in the waters that much. Yeah. And then the rest of the human garbage up in here. Most of it's going to be trashed as soon as I write down notes what they might mean for us. But it's weird though. This looks just like a lot of things that we've collected so far today. Same exact colors as everything combined, it seems. Even down to this. It's almost like I took a couple of the shards and just placed them on the table. I know what that is though. It's some kind of wind-up toy. I think I had one of these when I was a kid. Yeah, you wind it up at the bottom. It doesn't even stand up. And you hang it. Cool. More human garbage. Some of it's going to be trash. Some of it's going to be kept. Kept for what? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, that's cute. If it's got a trademark, it's not old. It's probably repro. Reproduction, you know what I mean. Registered trademark. Something duck. Patent duck. What? I don't know. I can't read that. Yeah. Cool. Got the other one right here. Got a red one, blue one now. I got a green one. A year later. Yeah, man. Got the Knight Sword. Ready to go. Looks like we're adding it back to the collection. Almost said again. Not home plate this time. A different kind of home plate. Yeah. And then, of course, the historical pieces. A few of them have designs on them. Some of them are more ancient than others. Like that piece of soapstone right here. Very cool indeed. Probably 5,000 to 7,000 years old. Could be 11,000 years old. Could be 9,000 years old. Came from something. And it came from somewhere. Just don't know. Just a smaller piece of the puzzle. That's all that is. Oldest piece in the bunch today. Maybe, maybe not. Gotta look at these things. Looks like a hammer. It's just a rock if it didn't have that marking right here. Or they probably put it in a stick. I don't know what's the front, what's the back. But it could still just be a rock. Yeah, it could just be anything. Just study it for a little while. It still looks like a tiny hammer to me. Hammerstone, whatever we call it. Put it in their stick. But this one on the other, bam. This one. Looks like one of their famous hammers. More noticeable than that. More identifiable. I would definitely love to mark this down as being authentic right here. Georgia boy style. Not an axe head. Probably was a long time ago when it was flawlessly sharp. And then it just wore down with a few thousand years under its belt. Very heavy, very solid. Very impressive, really. Cool. Another scraping device. Sandstone. Never find it out there, though. So this is probably some kind of little scraper, I guess. Yeah. Cool. Yes, indeed. But these things right here, these are not. That's not pottery. That is a... that's just a rock, though. That's just a rock. I mean, that's natural right there. That's natural. It's just a rock is what that is. Probably inside of a larger rock. Water got in there thousands of years with the sand. Just scrubbed it out and broke off even more. Gave me the illusion that it was a thumbprint or something. Yeah, thumbprint of the laws of nature. You already know that. And this right here is not really a piece of pottery, I don't think. I think it's just that clay soil. I gotta hold on to this. It's breaking easily though. Look at the layers. That's what makes me think that this is just compacted soil. It's layered, so I don't think it's real Native American pottery. I just think it's part of the soil out there. Compacted over time. That's exactly what that is. Because I've been stepping. I know exactly where that came from. Never mind. Yeah, that's clay soils. That's not pottery. I know exactly where that came from now. Up on the bank. Yeah, above the gravel bar. It was all layered like that. Man, what the heck am I thinking? Alright, cool. I know I talk a lot of craziness in my videos, I do. A lot of these things that I kind of already known when it comes to many things. But all the puzzle pieces are falling back into place within my life. They are, and I can't help it. They just... Who is they? Who is them? Who are they? Who are them? I know exactly who they are. And they spoke up quite wildly today, when I was out there in the frigid cold. They spoke up. They did. I could barely hear them. Can't wait to listen to the video, though. Yeah. Winds of change are coming around, aren't they? I don't know what else to talk about, though. I mean... It doesn't really confuse me that much. Not lately, anyway. It's just helped me understand the truth about what I might have done. It's what I did, but it was for a reason. But a reason that I had no clue about when I did them. Back in 2010, 2011, 2012, about 4-year span. I did just a handful of random paintings. Almost like it was being forced out of me. While watching, the MLB network. Excuse me. Laying down on the coffee table. It's what they were. They were painted laying down. Just like the lady was. And then sat up for show. Man. So what is that? I know it's a random painting. My representation was supposed to mean a peaceful land, a peaceful world, even within the waters, where nature and man combine. And so does the human race. They come to an understanding about something. And they're all equal. With no divide. Not like a new world order. Nothing like that. A different kind of existing. That's what it was meant to be. But from what I did in the past, with the flags, with the stakes in the ground, across the world, with one single red line, right down the middle. What does that represent? From what I spoke about today, what if I did paint something that represented like a bloodline of Jesus, spread out across the globe? And that red line in the flag represents the bloodline, the red line. I just did it. It was just fun. I just loved painting. That was it. All I did was watch the MLB network, go to the gym, work 60 to 90 hours a week. Had no time to do anything else. Well, except for some photography, and that was it. Nothing else. No adventures. Didn't start going out into heaven and exploring until like 2016, 2015. Much later than these paintings were created. But what if that flag represents one side and the other? The red dividing line. nature on one side and mankind on the other. What if it represents a different kind of treasure? The flag symbolizing where things have been placed and given to the Almighty to be seen and known by only one. But these dang paintings up in here. I'm going to keep doing them later, but I have to keep it abstract. Gotta keep it kind of crazy though. Now that I'm getting down to the truth of it all. Is that what that is? One single red line. Does it represent a bloodline? I'm not going to get anything on the audio yet. I got the heat running because it's 29 degrees outside. Always digging for something that you shouldn't be digging for. And it's almost like you're digging your own grave. Because it's much deeper than you could ever imagine. Looking for many things that were spread out all over. And it's yet to be found. A lot more to talk about when it comes to that. Might take 3.5 hours. Gotta save it for later. I keep promising that though. But I have one of my famous quotes. One of my famous quotes. Of today, that is. That a promise in itself, is procrastination on steroids. That's what a promise is. It's procrastination on steroids. A different way of putting things off. Because you know you have to get it done. And it could take forever. See you later.